He says I just whipped your ass. Who in the hell are you? I'm John Cena. What is the one quality that you possess? Ruthless aggression.
Okay, welcome back, YouTube. We're here on Monday, week 1, January 2003. You know, last time we set up the video, so this time we'll continue on. Okay, we're gonna take WWE Heat off the air. We're just gonna take it off the air. I feel like we don't need a B show, we just need 2 A shows. Okay, Booker T comes out and says that he is one half of the tag team champions, and says that he feels that the WWE universe doesn't take him seriously. But then Shane McMahon comes out and he says, well, you know, we've all not felt this way lately. He says, I think it's time we strike a war on SmackDown. But Shawn Michaels then interrupts both of them and says, Triple H, tonight I want a match. So it's gonna be them two that we know of. Steven Richards versus Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam defeated Steven Richards with a 5-star frog splash for 71. And this is bringing up RVD's contender spot in the world title. Chris Jericho comes out and says that he wants to be placed in the world title contendership spots. You know, Christian defeated Maven for a 56, in which Christian gets added to a tournament for the vacant Intercontinental Championship. But Trish Stratus and Triple H hold a promo. It's an angle sort of like the one just a few years prior of this. But Randy Orton defeated Al Snow, in which this brings up his Intercontinental title contender spot. Chris Jericho versus Ric Flair in a submission match. Chris Jericho defeated Ric Flair to be ranked number 4 contender. Contender number 4, Chris Jericho is. Ric Flair is mad. He's irate. He calls out Eric Bischoff, and Eric Bischoff comes out and he says, well, you are not. He says, I repeat, you are not in the world title picture, Rick. He says, so there will be no damage done. He says, but Chris Jericho is now contender number 4. And so Booker T and Goldust, when Booker T pinned Jamal with a scissors kick for a 48, Booker T carried the match. Personally, myself, I believe Booker T and Goldust was a great tag team. But Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Triple H defeated Shawn Michaels with a pedigree following interference from Randy Orton. And while the show lost us popularity in 11 regions, we've got to get more storylines going. Okay, Stephanie McMahon is at her desk when the cameras start rolling after the intro. Filing paperwork, you know, been busy. John Cena comes in rapping. He says, any by chance I can get a good match tonight? She says, I'll have to see about that. So after that, we see Charlie Haas versus Chavo Guerrero Jr. Now Charlie Haas, I don't know how he pronounces it. I didn't watch WWE at this time because I wasn't born at this time. But Charlie Haas was in the losing here for 47. But Vince McMahon comes out and announces that John Cena, Rhino, and Chuck Palumbo Palumbo will face off tonight for the vacant United States Championship. Rikishi comes out and does his dance and says, why can't he be in the match? Vince McMahon assures him that down the road, if he can show that he's worthy of a title match, he will. The Undertaker makes an elaborate entrance for his match. I did not know those for more pay-per-view, but it got 63, and his match got a 70. It's against the Big Show, and the Undertaker defeated the Big Show with a pile driver for a 70. Paul Heyman says that his client, Brock Lesnar, will be in a match tonight, and he will decimate anybody that he can get in that match with. John Cena comes out of rapping. He says, well, obviously he hasn't met me yet. He says, because I would rock him for a spin. Eddie Guerrero versus Edge is the next matchup. Edge defeated Eddie Guerrero by pinfall with the Spear for a 49. And here's the coveted match. It didn't get very high, but Rhino does win the WWE United States title. And this sparks the John Cena and Rhino storyline. Brock Lesnar does defeat Chris Benoit in 9 minutes and 40 seconds with an F5. And this grows the Kurt Angle vs. Chris Benoit vs. JBL vs. Brock Lesnar storyline. And then the main event is Kurt Angle vs. Sting, and Kurt Angle defeated Sting by submission with an ankle lock for a 71. So it's not a bad match. Okay, Ric Flair and Triple H come into Raw by limo for 78, not bad. Eric Bischoff announces that tonight we will see some terrific matches. Christian versus Test. Christian defeated Test with an unprettier for 52. Triple H and Mick Foley hold a promo for 78 where Triple H tells Mick Foley that he will never be champion again. And then Chris Jericho versus Mick Foley. Chris Jericho defeated Mick Foley by submission with the Walls of Jericho to move up to number 3 contender. Okay. Trish Stratus interviews Shawn Michaels. I don't know why she'd be interviewing him, but she interviews Shawn Michaels. And he announces that tonight, RVD and him go at it. Chris Jericho is proud of his accomplishment, and he says, Triple H better watch out at the Royal Rumble. I'm not coming for the Royal Rumble. I'm coming for that world title. Kane versus Ric Flair. Kane defeated Ric Flair by pinfall with a tombstone piledriver, in which Kane gets his percentage in the Intercontinental feud. Randy Orton defeated Raven by pinfall with an RKO, and this made the Intercontinental title feud grow. And then RVD versus Shawn Michaels. RVD defeated Shawn Michaels to make himself number 1 contender with a 5-star frog splash for a 52. But it's short-lived as Batista attacks him as soon as he's celebrating. The attacker's brutality and variety of moves were improvised. And okay. Triple H defeated Lance Storm by pinfall with the pedigree to make defense number 1 of the WWE World title. Dang. Okay, the Big Show makes the intro to the show as he calls out The Undertaker for his win over him last week. But then we see Matitude version 1 versus the world's greatest tag team, and Sheldon Benjamin pinned Shannon Moore with a dragon whip for a 50, not bad. Sting and Shane McMahon hold a promo in which Shane McMahon announces that Sting will be put into the world title feud. John Cena defeated Lex Luger by attitude adjustment. And Edge says that he's glad to be working for SmackDown instead of Raw. And then Paul Heyman and Vince McMahon are talking about Brock Lesnar. Rey Mysterio defeated Rhino when John Cena interfered in their match. And it was Chris Benoit versus Hulk Hogan. Chris Benoit defeated Hulk Hogan by submission for a 60. Hulk Hogan does a full promo on why he hates Benoit. Eddie Guerrero versus The Undertaker. The Undertaker defeated Eddie Guerrero with the last ride. Edge versus Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle defeated Edge with an ankle lock. And then after the match, Brock Lesnar came out and started F5ing Kurt Angle on chairs and stairs and garbage cans. Yeah, we gotta do some better ratings. Okay, but I'm gonna stop it here today, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family, and don't forget, share with your dog.